Okay, so when you have different coefficients of x and y, all you need to do is change one of them to something that will make them the same. So let me just show you what I mean. So we have 3x minus 2y is equal to 13. And then you have 2x plus 3y is equal to 0. So now you want to make either the x coefficients or the y coefficients the same. And then you can use our regular methods to solve for x and y. So now, if you want to eliminate your x, then you can draw a straight line there and then interchange the x coefficients. If you want to eliminate your y, you can draw the line and interchange the the coefficients there. So let's say I want to eliminate my y because I love my x. I can write a -2 here, and then I can write my 3 there. So it's still okay if you just get it as a 2 without a negative. Just make sure that you use the appropriate sign to eliminate it. So now 3 by 3x, this one will be 9x. And then 3 by 2y, this will be 6y. And then 3 by 13, this will be 39. So remember, this number here is multiplying by each of these 3 tens. And then this by this will be -4x. This by this will be -6y. And this by this will be a 0. -2 by 0, that will be a 0. So now that I have the same signs here, I can subtract. So if you had taken it as a positive, then you would have positive 4x plus 6y is equal to 0. So in such a case, you would be required to add them in order to eliminate the y. So to eliminate the y value, you can just say 9x minus -4x. So you can say 9x minus -4x. So don't forget that we have 2 negative signs there. So that will be 9x plus 4x, which is 13x. And then this minus this, since these two are exactly the same, your answer will be a 0. And then 39 minus 0, this will be a 39. And then we have 13x. Since 13x plus 0 is still 13x, is equal to 39. So we can divide both sides by 13 to solve for x. So x here will be equal to 3. So now that you have solved for x, you need to solve for y now. So you can just pick any of these 2 equations, whichever is easier for you, make use of it. So for me, I think the second equation is easier because we have a 0 there. So you can say 2x plus 3y is equal to 0. And we know that x is equal to 3. So you can say 3 plus 3y is equal to 0. And then when you multiply this by this, you have a 6 plus 3y is equal to 0. You can take this one to the other side so that you have 3y is equal to actually -6. So now we have a -6 here. You can just divide both sides by 3 to get y is equal to negative 2. And that's your y value. This is your x value, and this solves the simultaneous equation. Okay, lastly, we have this one here. X minus 2y is equal to 1, then 2x minus 3y is equal to 2. So in this case, let's say you want to eliminate your x. I think x is much easier to eliminate here because the coefficient of x is a 1. So to do that, as you can see, the coefficients of x are different and the coefficients of y are equally different. So in order for you to eliminate your x, you can say you can draw your line like this, then get the x coefficient, which is a 1, and write it here. And then the x coefficient there, which is a 2, write it there. And then you can expand. So this times this is 2x. This times this is negative 4y. Then 2 times 1, that's a 2. Then 1 times 2x, this is 2x. 1 times negative 3y, this is negative 3y. 1 times 4, that's just a 4. And then, as you can see, the x coefficients are now the same. So all you need to do is subtract. So you can say 2x minus 2x, this is a 0. And then negative 4y minus negative 3y. Remember, you have a negative 4y minus negative 3y. So don't forget that you have two negative signs there. So this one will be negative times negative is positive. So different signs, you subtract and get the sign from the bigger number. So this will be this. Yeah. So next, we know that so this one will be negative y is equal to 2 minus 4, this will be negative 2. So now to solve for to solve for y, you can just divide both sides by negative 1 because this 0 is not changing anything. So this will be a 2. And then now that you have solved for your y, you can solve for x using any of the two equations. So for me, I think the first one is easier. So I'll write it down. Here it is. X minus 2y is equal to 1. And then I know that my y is 2, so I can say x minus 2. Where there is a y, I can write my 2. This is equal to 1. And then x minus 2 times 2 is 4. This is equal to 1. And then you can collect the like terms. So you can say 1. You take this one to the other side, it's a positive. Then this plus this is a 5. So this is your y, this is your x. So before I go, you can look at this one.